Okie dokie. And we have no clue what we're even going to talk about, do we? Alrighty.
You don't appreciate
You're not appreciating the things I do for you.
Out to get these
Gosh.
And I was like,
We'll say boys, but
whatever.
that puts me in that category. And I like to think I'm better than that.
Well, some people are more
am I,
self-aware
though?
than others. Some people are more self-aware than others.
So, today we're doing painting while we talk. I don't know what we're going to paint yet, but we're just going to paint. And I have my friend Lauren here, who is also was homeschooled.
Yes.
So we like to talk about all the things. Ooh, we need cups of water to switch our colors, don't we? So we can swish.
I usually am just chaotic. And
okay, go for it. You know what? I'm going to go for that. I'm just going to mix all my colors too.
See what you get.
I'm going to embrace it.
There you go.
We were going to have another friend too, but she had family things come up.
Yeah.
So she's going to go do that, and we'll have her join us on another episode.
Yeah, there's plenty of things to talk
there
about.
are so many things. I mean, we have how many years of things to talk about?
Oh my god, combined we have like 75 years.
Oh my god. And what I think is funny too is, so like my other friend who's not here, I grew up with her.
I don't know what I did. Oh my god.
That paint was excited to come out.
It was.
But yeah, what topic? So I have a list of topics.
Ooh,
which we don't even have to do. Where is
mine? If you get me started talking about one thing,
I mean,
I'll talk for like ever.
Oh yeah, stories about some of the weird homeschoolers.
There's plenty of those.
As if I wasn't one of them. Talks about our dances. I don't know. Did y'all have dances? Because us and Hannah.
Oh my god. Okay, so dancing is a whole thing.
Okay.
Because we weren't allowed to dance because it was considered foreplay.
Foreplay? Why was that foreplay? I mean, look how sexy dancing.
Gyrating your body.
Gyrating.
Like any of them knew how to dance anyway.
No, none of us knew how to dance.
Brett still does. My husband still does the whole square, like moving a square thing.
I do that. We did actual like ballroom dance classes. Like, so we had a few dances when we went with Hannah and them. Mm-hmm. And it took forever to get, like, my parents to even approve for them to go, like, let us go do that.
Yeah.
And they had all sorts of chaperones, which is why my parents, like, said it was okay for us to go, because the parents were there actually watching. And they would always be like, keep 2 hands between you, keep room for Jesus, is what they would say. They're like, make sure, like, leave room for Jesus. So you were allowed to dance as long as you weren't, like, touching each other, really, like, your arms could touch. And it was official. They didn't want, like, bumping and grinding dancing. They wanted, like, formal dun 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 dun.
Victorian period.
Yes. So we actually did legitimate, ballroom dancing. So I learned a little bit doing that. That's about the extent of what I did. I don't know. And then I married, Hayden, who... Well, he has white boy rhythm, so he doesn't actually know how to dance. But he did public school dances, which are very different.
Yeah.
And of course, his favorite move is the washing machine. Apparently, he just does this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many girls did you get with that?
I know.
Did they actually like that? Where I was already talking about how we weren't allowed to wear the dresses, and they had to have the strap.
I wasn't either. So this was a rule that I was told by an adult, actually, after post homeschool. If you put your hand on your neck like this, and your shirt came underneath your hand, it was too much cleavage.
I heard. Yes, I had a Sunday school teacher who would put her hand put it on your clavicle, and if it wasn't touching your shirt, you could see too much boob.
Yeah, clothes were a big issue. Pants were a no go. Those are pretty. I don't know if they're standard for homeschoolers, but for us they were. The long hair, I wasn't. I know you mentioned that before. I could have shorter hair than you could. It could be to my shoulders.
Oh, scandalous.
I know. Oh my god. So, but yeah, dancing was a no go because it was foreplay, and you only do it.
Is it a mating ritual?
I guess you only do it before sex. So I just imagine all these.
Man, the world is not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I'm thinking of all the times I danced and I did not get laid. Man, they lied to us.
I didn't even have the opportunity. We had a little youth group party. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those progressive dinners.
Yes, we did those. We go to different people's houses.
Yeah, and you have different courses. Well, we played games, right? So one of the games we played is like you took hair gel and you styled somebody's hair.
Okay.
Well, I styled a boy's hair. I touched his head.
Scandalous.
And they took a video of it and they showed it at our church's Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, I bet some parents got mad.
They got so mad they got up and left.
Oh.
So we had this whole meeting about like, you're there to protect my kids when I'm not, and she touched a boy's head. And the pastor got up and was mad, and we had like a whole service where he just yelled.
Oh my goodness.
About, I don't even remember. I just remember being terrified.
No.
Yeah, so yeah, if we couldn't, I couldn't touch a guy's head. What do you do if you're a hairdresser?
Hairdressers all going to hell, you know.
Apparently.
So.
My dad did cut his own hair, so.
True, my mom always cut we didn't cut our hair, but my mom always cut my dad's hair. And then I cut my own hair now. Now I cut my husband's hair and, like, my dad's hair and a lot of people's hair.
I cut my own hair and I ended up with a shaved head, so that's how that went. I wanted to go to cosmetology school.
Did they tell you couldn't because that wasn't a real job?
Yeah, it wasn't marketable enough.
Yeah.
And so I went into nursing and I don't really do. So.
It's like I was told to go and do something because I wanted to do creative writing, which, to be fair, it would have been much harder to get a job doing creative writing, but I did stuff with IT and I still can't get a job.
Yeah.
So, but also I think part of that is being gay in Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
I have a lot of issues with people, like, as soon as they find out I'm gay or trans, and that's, like, the end of the work conversation.
I don't understand why people are that way.
I was going one direction, so I was thinking about making, like, flour and putting, like, little cat faces in it.
Oh, that'd be cute.
But, like, my flour, I started going one direction, and now the petals are going the other direction.
This is supposed to be a flower. Does it kind of look like one?
It looks like a blue rose.
Okay, good. That's what I was going for.
Okay. Right. I was going to put a cat face in the middle of this. Because that was one of my topics, was thinking about, like, dances.
Yeah.
And we weren't allowed to dance, like, at church, so they had our prom alternatives, which essentially was just dinner.
Yeah.
And you had dinner and a band, and you could dress up.
Nice.
But half the time, you know, parents were just complaining about dressing inappropriately and this and that.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, and Brett thought it was funny when you were talking about, like, you add that one little 2-inch strip of fabric, and it's modest.
You add a ribbon, and then that's perfectly fine now.
Or, like, one of those, like, shrugs that completely...
Yep.
You've got this hand-knit shrug, which I'm sure is nice, but when you put on a formal gown with it...
the reason is you look like a grandma, so now you're suddenly not attractive to the kids your age. Yeah. That's the logic.
They were thinking, like, well, if that's how I have to dress, I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I look
like it really definitely did kind of ruin some things. Like, I just want to wear this cute outfit, but you can't.
Like, and you can't show your knee. I remember...
Yep.
Your knee being, like... like, I don't think my knee has ever... caused me to stumble, but
I don't know, some people got some sexy knees.
That is true.
Sexy knees, sexy ankles. I have a photo from when we were going to one of our high school dances, so it's all of us dressed up in our bests, and we took a picture where we all stuck our foot out, and then I put censor bars over it as a joke. Like, I wasn't legitimately censoring our ankles. I want to make that clear, but I took it and then we posted that it was now approved.
There you go.
That it was now an appropriate photo because I'd censored him. So I had that.
See, I could wear stuff that was to my knee, but, like, above that was... Oh, did you wear, like, the culotte skirt things?
The what?
It's like they go below your knee and you put your legs together. It looks like a skirt. Like, you're not supposed to see that you have a space between your legs.
No, I wanted to get some of those, but I never actually got any.
I lived in those.